Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After a fantastic panel session on next generation HSE risk management system, indeed we had a great time with the panel members, esteemed panel members, and the moderator. So my compliments and congratulations to all the panel members for making sure the panel is a super success and sharing their knowledge. Special thanks to Piyush Shah, head of HSE from UPL, for wonderfully moderating the session. Now we move on to a very interesting and a very, I would say, technical topic and a very crucial one for the day. Mandatory ESG reporting is here, and why digitalizing your ESG program is key to meeting emerging stakeholder demands. And to present on this wonderful subject on behalf of our presenting sponsor, that is Benchmark ESG GenSuite, we have Mr. Chandan Tiwari, leader global subscriber development from Benchmark ESG, and we have Mr. Ninad Pise, leader data analytics from Benchmark ESG. Chandan, welcome to the India HSE Summit. Wonderful to have you here, and I'm sure the audience is looking forward to hearing from you. All over to you, Chandan, and all the best for a fantastic session.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Soumya, and thanks for having us here again. Can you just confirm if you can see my screen?
Yeah, Chandan, it is absolutely visible.
You're breaking up for me, Soumya, so I'm gonna switch off my camera just to save some bandwidth here.
Sure.
But again, thank you very much, Soumya, for inviting us, and good afternoon to everyone. My name is Chandan Tiwari. I represent Benchmark ESG, and on this presentation, I am joined by my colleague Ninad here, and we are here to talk to you about the mandatory BRSR reporting expectations and how technology and digital transformation can really help you not only to report on BRSR and other ESG frameworks, but also use that data in an intelligent manner to really improve your organization's bottom line. So I think we have a quick agenda here for next 20 minutes, and we intend to cover the basics of ESG reporting, BRSR expectations from the EHS community and professionals, as well as the challenges that we've heard from the people who have already embarked on this journey. And also, in our experience, how technology can really help you mitigate these challenges. So that's what we intend to really cover here. And if you can still see my slide, I think this is just a quick screenshot from the SEBI, from the recent circular from SEBI about BRSR, and it clearly indicates the shift from a qualitative approach that was taken in the BRR up till last year to more of a quantitative approach in business responsibility sustainability reporting, or BRSR guideline. And now we are focusing on real quantifiable number rather than just making plain statements. SEBI also sees this move as an attempt to make investment grade information available to the investors so that they can clearly understand the sustainability risks along with their investments. And from the company perspective, from EHS professional like us, from our perspective, it is again a way for us to compare our EHS ESG performance with our peers, and also build a good case for attracting more capitals from the investment community. So if you really look into the BRSR, you will find that again, this is expecting us to report on our material ESG risks and opportunities of the company, the approach that we plan to take to really mitigate these risks, as well as the financial implication of these risks. Along with that, it also expects the organization to really report on their sustainability related goals, targets, as well as the performance. And finally, of course, sustainability also encompasses your environmental disclosures like emission, waste, water, energy, or any other resource consumption that you might have in your organizations, along with those social disclosures from occupational health and safety perspective, whether it is your injury rate, whether it is your social initiatives, trainings, and so on and so forth. So that is something that is again expected to be reported from the BRSR perspective. And if you look at these disclosures, you will clearly relate that how important EHS is to the overall ESG and the BRSR reporting requirement. And like Naveen pointed out in the morning in his keynote address, that EHS is again a very, very important and integral sort of part to the ESG, and more than 70% metrics that you see on this ESG cycle here are again coming from the EHS processes of the organization. And this is where again the leadership is looking at the EHS professionals, EHS communities, to really help them with the data that is auditable, that is verifiable. So like Mr. Chandak mentioned in his address in the last panel, there are definitely a lot of career opportunities for the EHS professionals here. So just to sort of talk about some of the challenges that we've heard from the people who have already embarked their ESG journey, I think one of the top challenge that we have heard from the people is there are so many ESG frameworks available in the market, and every day there are new standards being introduced, which has a lot of overlap. All these framework standards have a lot of overlap, and sometimes it becomes really overwhelming and difficult for the EHS ESG professionals to identify the starting point for them, and really decide on the strategy to look at collecting or reporting this data. And even if you have a good mechanism to capture the data from your sites, sometimes collating that data and then presenting the data in the format that your stakeholders and the audience is really expecting on a timely manner becomes a key challenge. So this is where benchmark comes into picture, and we sort of as come along with you in your journey to the ESG disclosure. We partner with you, handhold you in your overall ESG disclosure journey. And from the last 11 months, we have been working and collaborating with our partners, investors, industry leaders from our subscriber community to really understand how other companies are managing these challenges that we spoke about. And as a result of this collaboration, it has really helped us develop an impactful ESG program management tool and solution that can really help you effectively manage your ESG disclosures, whether it is for your BRSR or CDP or GRI or any other ESG framework that you want to report on. You can utilize ESG Director tool, and at the ground level, it can really help you operationalize your ESG commitment in programs and provide you the auditable, traceable data. So with this, I will now go online and give you a quick sneak peek of the ESG Director solution. So Soumya, can you just confirm if you can see my Chrome browser here?
Yes, Chandan, your browser is visible.
Awesome. So, like any other module that we offer or that is available as a part of our offering, ESG Director is the latest flagship tool that we have developed to really help the EHS community operationalize their overall ESG program. And like you can see on my homepage here, I can have a quick sneak peek of all those KPIs from environment, social, and governance perspective that are coming from different ESG frameworks, including BRSR. This is where I can see how many entities within my organization are already reporting on some of these KPIs and what is the current status of these KPIs. But if I really want to I really want to do a deep dive here, I can simply go to the Manage KPI page, which is more of a library curated by Benchmark team, wherein we are looking into the different ESG frameworks that are available, including BRSR and all other frameworks that we spoke about. Now, this is where your team, your corporate sustainability officer, can conduct a light material screening or materiality assessment for your organization and identify all those topics that are really material to you from environment, social, and governance perspective. So, for example, let's say in my organization, GHG emission is a material issue. So I can sort of go mark it as yes and provide my basis for identifying this issue as material, as well as I will have the entire repository of all those KPIs that are supposed to be reported from the this particular perspective. Now, once I do that, I can sort of go back here and I can look at all the details of those KPIs. I can also look at assigning this particular KPI to someone in my organization who's the program manager for this particular requirement. So I think I'm facing some challenge here with my internet, but let me in fact go back to my slide to sort of quickly give you a sneak peek of the ESG director. So I think, okay, now I think I'm able to load it, and I hope all of you can see my screen. So this is where I can see all those KPIs within that particular program area or the material topic, which I am supposed to report on. Now this is where if you click on these guideline page, this is where you can see all those guidelines coming from different ESG frameworks that are asking you to report on this particular parameter. So I can see here that based on GRI 305, I am supposed to report on these GHG emission. And the same thing is also requested by BRSR section C under principle number 6. I am supposed to report on my NOx emissions. Now, once I have identified the KPIs that are really relevant to my organization, I can make them applicable. I can also issue a public statement as to why we are reporting on these material issues and KPIs, or if we are not reporting, why we are not reporting. The moment I click on save, then this can be really cascaded down to the other people in the organization, which is where these KPIs can really be assigned to those EHS leaders or environment leaders within your site. So this is where, as you can see on my screen, I can look at cascading this employee safety and well-being KPI or material issue to the different people, different stakeholders within my organization. I can also define whether these things have to be reported on an annual basis, monthly basis, one time, or on a quarterly basis. And this is where I can look at assigning this particular KPI to the right people in my organization, depending on who's responsible for this. Right. The moment I click on assign, this particular KPI will be available in the to-do list of those KPI owners, which is where they can track all the details. They can see the guidance that have been provided by the standard, and then they can also look at providing their responses, what they have done. If it is a quantitative data, they can provide the exact numbers that can be rolled up at the site or your corporate level as well. And system also provides you the inbuilt workflow mechanism wherein you can look at reviewing, submitting, or updating some of these parameters. Now, once all those data is reported in the system, this ESG director will give you the reporting out capability, wherein on a click of button, you can look at exporting all this information into the different output formats, whether it is related to GRI, whether it is related to BRSR or any other ESG framework out there. So that's something that you can do on a click of button with this particular tool. Now, this is reporting data in the system. It is just the half of the story. Now, how do we really use this data in an intelligent manner? How do we process it? And what are the different technologies that we're really using here to give you some meaningful insights from your data is something my colleague Ninad will cover. So I'll stop sharing my screen and I'll hand it over to Ninad. Ninad?
Thank you, Chandan. I'm not seeing the share option. Hey, Chandan, do you have to stop sharing maybe? I'm not able to share.
Ninad, I have stopped sharing my screen. There should be a button towards bottom of your screen, right next to your cam or mic button.
Let me share the whole screen. Okay, all right. Hopefully you can see it. Soumya, Chandan, you guys can see it, right?
We can see it.
Yes, Ninad, we can see your slides.
Okay, thank you. A very warm welcome and thank you for having me present on Benchmark Tech. My name is Ninad Pise and I lead and manage the data analytics team at Benchmark GenSuite. Today I will be showing you a quick sneak peek into all the cool things that we're doing with Benchmark Tech within our company. So the three key main topics that we will be talking about today are Analytics Tableau, which is an embedded data analytics visualization solution. One of the top BI tools, Tableau, is integrated, embedded within the Benchmark GenSuite solution, available to you for your reporting purposes and needs. And then we will be touching a little bit upon ESG reporting. I know Chandan covered, a lot of information there with the ESG, and he told you that this is just half of the story where you're tracking this data in ESG Director. The other half is obviously reporting on that, getting some actionable insights from the data that has been captured. And then finally, we'll be talking about a few AI solutions that we've developed that are live right now, and companies that are using, and also some things that we're exploring and some new things that are going to be coming out next year as well. So the first thing that we will be talking about is Analytics Tableau. Like I mentioned, Tableau, which is one of the top BI solutions for reporting purposes. We have that embedded, integrated within the Benchmark Gen Suite solution, and it gives you a one-stop shop for all of your needs. So all of your data that is being tracked, entered into the system, is available there for your reporting within Analytics Tableau. We also, out of the box, give you a report library, some pre-designed reports which you can use for all of your application modules. And then we also have a report catalog, which is like an activation deployment type of feature. Basically, it's like a gallery where we set up dashboards and reports and storyboards where you can choose from, pick and choose, and then if you like it, we can activate it, deploy it for you. So it's really that easy. And then basically the main intent of us integrating, embedding Tableau into our solution is because of its DIY capabilities. Once your data is tracked within the system, you have that available as data sources so that you can build your own reports. We want to empower you to make sure that you are able to build your own reports and manage them and control them. That's the main intent of us making sure that we have this BI solution available to you within the Benchmark Gen Suite solution itself. And then you also have email and alert capabilities. So any reports that you create can you can receive them in your inbox at a set frequency. So all these capabilities really help you with your reporting needs and purposes. And I will jump online to show you how what that looks like. Before that, I'll just go on to the ESG reporting side of things. Um, so once that data is for ESG director, for your frameworks, for your standards have been tracked into the system, you have that available. And what we will do is make sure that those data sources are available within the Analytics Tableau platform for your reporting needs. We could also embed these Tableau reports once you've created them within Analytics Tableau. We could embed them into the ESG Director application directly. So you see all of your reports that you've created within ESG Director itself. So there's a lot of flexibility. It's again DIY. You can report on all your frameworks, GRI, BRSR, and there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of things that you could do because you have this flexibility. This being a DIY type of solution. Quickly jump online. Soma, can you confirm you can see the browser?
Yes, Ninad, the browser is visible. Just a moment. I think your screen sharing just got switched off again. You need to share it again.
Yeah. Can you see it now? Should be able to see it.
It's loading. Yeah. The whole page is visible. You need to select on the browser part that particular tab.
I think you should be.
I think Ninad, you can see your consent. Yeah, we could.
Yes, I will be posting it in the chat box.
I think there's a slight delay in the audio. Sorry. You should be able to see the browser now.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
So,
visible.
I think in 4 minutes
Yeah.
we will begin this.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So just want to give you a quick sneak peek of what Analytics Tableau looks like. On the homepage, we have all the reports that you've created, we've made available that are visible to you. We have it separated as dashboards, reports, storyboards. Also have your favorites, the ones that you frequently access. Coming to the library, basically the pre-designed template reports that we have created, all of that is available here. We have Tableau reports created and made available to you out of the box at no cost at all for 65 plus application modules. So you have a whole variety of reports, dashboards, and storyboards that you can look at. And then coming to the design page, this is where you have your data sources available, where you can, based on what application modules that you've subscribed to and the data that you're tracking in your system, you have data sources available here. So you can click on any of these data sources and build your own reports. So just to give you a quick example, if I had to click on one of these data sources, it would load into this Tableau web authoring page, which is basically the interface that allows you to design your reports. Just give you a quick example to show you how easy it is to build these reports. So if I wanted to look at the trends of how many actions or items were logged over the past few months, so just going to give you a quick example of what that looks like. So with a few easy steps, you can create line charts, bar charts, and then save them for your use. So it's that simple. Now moving on and showing you some examples of some of the complicated or complex dashboards that we've created. This is a great example called the leadership engagement dashboard. What you can see here is, we have data coming in from multiple application modules like concerns, safety observations, which is your behavior-based safety, your inspections, action tracking system. You have all that information here available to you in one view. Also, the reason it's called the leadership engagement dashboard is because you're trying to engage the leadership team to make sure that all this is being tracked properly. So obviously you can type in the name of the leadership team member to see how they're doing with these different specific domains and groups, and look at the information coming from various application modules. Now, coming to the ESG side or ESG reporting side of things, I want to show you a quick dashboard, storyboard format of what we've built. This particular one is showing you an overall, usage of energy, water, waste. This is coming from our sustainability, and we can also pull information from our ESG director here into this. You can also bring in the information from ESG sustainability reporting as well as other application modules if you'd like to see all that information within the Analytics Tableau platform. So this particular one here is an overall summary of the the usage. We also have a different tab which is for the emissions. So going to show you the emission performance indicators here. So it shows you the total emission, the emission reductions, emission reduction by project. Also gives you a heat map of what that information looks like. So you could plot your information on a map and view it within your report. This is another example of climate change data. Based on the frameworks that you use. This particular example is for GRI. You can see the information based on your parameters, your parameter groups. Based on the guidelines that you have outlined within the standard and the framework, you can see what those values usually looks like. And this is just a data table, but you could also create bar charts and different kind of reports based on the data that you have. Going back to my slide deck there for a quick second. Should be able to see the slide deck again. So quickly touching upon the last topic here, which is the AI solution. We are working through a lot of AI solutions right now with our customers, and the thing that is live and available right now is Jenny, the virtual assistant, the PSI AI advisor. Basically, the PSI AI advisor helps you identify significant incidents or injuries that might occur even before they occur. So I will not be talking about each of these, but just touch upon the PSI AI advisor, a little bit about image recognition, which is also something that we're developing, which helps you identify if there is a near miss, or depending on what the solution requires, we can build that based on image recognition and video recognition. And then we also have something called as the sentiment analysis. Basically what it does is it identifies, passes through text that has been entered by employees and ground workers to identify if the overall safety culture at a site or a company is positive. And then the other things that we're exploring is quality event identification, and also we're open to any custom flexible AI solutions that you're looking for. The idea to give you these AI solutions is not only to give you new data points to report on and find some actionable insights, but also to give you the reporting side of things via Analytics Tableau or through other platforms, so that you can report on the data that you have. We want to give you a full package solution with everything that we do here at Benchmark Gen Suite, and the AI solution I think is a great example of that. Quickly jump online to show you the PSI AI advisor and how it's inbuilt into the system. So just give me a quick second here. should be able to see my screen, my browser again. So I'll just quickly show you an example of. So we have the PSI AI Advisor, inbuilt within or embedded within the incident management module, the concern reporting module, and the safety observation module right now. But it can be embedded with any other application modules that you're looking for, or subscribe to. So just give you a quick example here. This particular one, which is the employee entered employee cut hand on box cutter. So if you click on the AI advisor, it pops up a window and shows you what the information looks like. Is it a significant incident? What's the recommendation from the AI? What's the confidence rating? So the way the AI solution works is it reads through the text and compares it with, we have 68,000 data records that we're comparing against, which is the benchmark data ocean, to help identify if it is a significant incident or not. So yes, this is just a quick example, but yeah, I know because of the essence of time, I won't be able to show you more things that we have within the other application modules. But if you do have any questions for me, I am available at the booth. Or if you'd like to know more, I am available there. With that, I would like to hand it over to Chandan so he can wrap up the session. Thank you, Soumya. Thank you, Chandan.
Thank you, Ninad.
Thanks, Ninad. So just to quickly wrap up, I think thank you everyone for hearing us very patiently. Just to recap, we are a digital solution provider, a best practice based solution provider, and we have been serving this community for past 20 years. And like I mentioned, ESG Director is just one of the tools, but apart from that, we do offer a portfolio of applications across environment, social governance. And if you're looking to sort of start with your digitalization journey, whether it is a simple environment, health and safety program or your overall sustainability ESG program, visit us on our
It's the
booth
same time
and
you
we'll
work
be
now?
definitely happy to help you with your digitalization journey. With that, I think that's all from our end. Thank you, Soumya.
Thank you, Chandan. Thank you, Ninad, for that wonderful presentation.
Thank you,
And
Ninad.
I'm sure, indeed, a lot of people would be interested in the products and offerings of Benchmark Gen Suite. So I would request all the attendees to, as Chandan and Ninad has already emphasized before, please do visit the booth section. And please do visit the booth of Benchmark Gen Suite. They are the presenting sponsor for the summit. And in the booth, you can get to know about their products and offerings even better. You can download their brochures. You can view the brochures. Most importantly, you can get and interact with their sales team with their email IDs and mobile number, watch their corporate videos, and put in your queries as well. Also, the team of Benchmark Gen Suite are available throughout the day till the end. So I would request all of you to kindly interact with them, and they will be able to help you with your specific requirements and solution. Thank you, Chandan. Thank you, Ninad, for that wonderful session. Look forward to seeing you again, guys, next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Soumya.
Thank